This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a computer simulation, but that's besides the point. I've seen Tron, the 1982 sci-fi action-adventure film from director Steven Lisberger that follows Kevin Flynn, a computer programmer, as well as his co-workers and friends, and the company from which Flynn was let go after another programmer stole his game demos as his own, boosting himself up the corporate ladder. Flynn has since tried to reveal the truth, even breaking into his former employer's offices. His efforts haven't gone unnoticed, though not by human security, but digital. The company's master control program, a super intelligent computer mind, uses an opportunity to trap Flynn within the company's mainframe, transporting him to a new world in which computer programs are made to renounce their beliefs in higher powers or be subjected to games of death. Now Flynn must not only escape but save these living programs and all of cyberspace. Though to do this, he must also help out another program with the power to make it all happen, Tron. That's a bit wordier than most story synopses I've given, but there is still a lot to unpack. Funny enough, once the movie gets the story details out of the way, it kind of drops out of giving you a lot of lore and details all at once, and instead focuses on straightforward adventure. It's pretty easy to see that most of the story is just there to justify the film's digital setting, events, and the other elements of this universe. There's still a narrative to follow, but you can almost feel how it starts to introduce more settings for the sake of world building than because the story itself calls for it to be there. At the very least, though, the movie doesn't go out of its way to explain details before just dropping them. Whenever something does appear, it usually has something to do with the ongoing stakes or situation, and so it does actually matter. Which doesn't always happen in movies, so I'm glad when it does. Anyways, Tron has one other thing going for it besides just trying to have fun with its premise. And it's something that goes hand in hand with that premise. That being the numerous special effects and computer graphics on display. Every scene within the digital world is loaded to the brim with a truly visionary art design, marked by high contrast color choices and unnatural neon and blacklight art design. An extremely far cry from the real world, and one which sets itself apart from that world almost immediately. It's an excellent imitation of early computer graphics, and brought into some new sort of life through this hyper-stylized presentation. It's an aesthetic that's further heightened by the film's score, which shifts from a traditional orchestration outside of the computer to an almost exclusively synthesized soundtrack within it. It's somewhat subtle, at least if your attention is set on the ongoing action, but even so it adds greatly to the film's immersion, flowing with its events and actions while fully cementing the digital setting. Overall, the digital world and its inhabitants are pretty much the main draw of the film, with the story being more of a setup for why this world is being visited, but it still makes for a fun trip through virtual reality, or something like that. Tron, Steven Lisberger, 1982. 3.5 stars. I would certainly say it's worth giving a watch. That's it for me. If you like this review, leave it a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I wish I knew how to decorate around here. The set design of this movie gives me a few ideas for how to make this place a bit more homey.